A new Battle Royale hits the scene of gaming in a sucker punch launch that took many by a huge surprise. Respawn dropped the game on us with almost no warning and made it readily available the day it was officially announced, and for free. So, how does it stack up against other big hitters like PUBG and Fortnite? Stick around to find out. I will admit, when I saw the release for Apex Legends, I was instantly skeptical. A class-based, free-to-play Battle Royale game from Respawn Entertainment, who admittedly had great releases with Titanfall 1 and 2, but it's backed by EA, what's not to be skeptical of? On paper, it sounds like it's gonna be a mess. But in play, oh sheesh, I was wrong. A typical match has you selecting one of 8 characters for your squad of 3. Yes, you can only play in squads, which can be kind of a pain sometimes, but there are a ton of quality of life improvements over other BRs that make it less painful. Once all 3 players have selected their character, the last to pick gets assigned the role of Jump Master, and all 3 of you jump out in unison as a force group controlled by the Jump Master. You can ping and suggest places to jump if you're not the Jump Master, and if they aren't quite doing what you would hope they would, you can break off from the pack and fly solo if you'd like, but it's not typically recommended to do so in my opinion. Once you land, it's all hands on deck, and the typical run, loot, and gun gameplay is bog standard, just as any other BR honestly. If the formula ain't broke, don't fix it, right? The gunplay is perfectly smooth, and just about every weapon fills a role and is viable, save for the Mozambique and the P2020, which are complete and utter dog shit, and an unarmed strike might do you better. Each gun auto-equips attachments if the slot is empty or a lower tier than the one you're trying to pick up, which helps keep the pace of the game flowing and stops you from fumbling around in your inventory to upgrade weapons. Armor is permanent and never breaks, but is essentially just an upgrade to your health bar that you have to heal with shield cells instead of a health pack like your normal health. One of the great things about this game, in my opinion, is the inventory system and how things are stackable to a set number and ammo takes up a slot, so you can't be completely packed full of ammunition, but can still carry in excess. You also have to run a trade-off of ammo to utilities to better suit your needs, though a bigger and better backpack scavenge can help alleviate some of the stress of what to carry and how much. One thing Apex does over any other BR, in my opinion, is the sheer amount of quality of life upgrades they have made, from the already mentioned auto-upgrading weapons, inventory, and armors, but also the health and shield systems. They also have added an ability to ping and ping uniquely for things like an enemy spotted there, or I'm looting here, or watching this angle, and a couple of others for your squad to know what you're doing or the ability to communicate what you need or have to give if you lack a microphone. And you can see your team's health and shield status, as well as if they are using an item in the bottom right of your screen. And finally, the biggest thing for me personally, since this is mandatory squads, getting downed and finished doesn't mean you're totally out of the fight. If your team manages to pick up your banner, a little key card on your death box, they can take it to a respawn booth to have you drop in fresh with no items for you to continue the fight. Though they only have 90 seconds to recover your banner once you go down, so they do have to be somewhat quick about it. This, to me, should be in just about every BR that has squads or teams, because nothing is more frustrating than joining a match with friends and you being game-ended in the first minute of a match and you having to wait an additional 5 to 30 minutes for the game to end. And it doesn't put pressure on your team to play sloppily to end it faster. It's honestly a great mechanic, and it makes cleaning out an entire team super important, because if you leave just one player alive, they can pick up their buddies to fight you later. This also makes it so almost every single fight you're fighting is a 3v3, save for few rare occasions where they couldn't res their buddy. The map is also well designed and flows nicely into the different areas, which when you enter are labeled in the top left with the tier of loot that they have, low, middle, or high tier. There are other little quirks in the game, like little balloon tethers scattered around that allow you to essentially redeploy and fly to a new location, a roving airbase with high loot spawns and potentially advantageous positioning, and much more that I'm sure I probably haven't even fully discovered yet. And here comes the potential crux in the matter. What about microtransactions, right? It's free to play after all, and there are microtransactions. However, everything that you can buy can be unlocked simply by playing. though it does use a loot box system almost identical to Overwatch's. The unlocks are all cosmetic and don't affect gameplay at all, of course, and you earn legend points to unlock new characters. You start with 6 of the 8 unlocked, though I'm sure more will be added with time, hopefully as well balanced as the 8 current. There are also Apex coins, which are the dollars to token conversion currency, and crafting materials, which are used to buy the cosmetic like skins, banners, portraits, voice lines, and a whole plethora more. The system is pretty fleshed out and ripe for whales to sink their teeth into and spend. It's not a bad system, mind you, and it's one that we know via Overwatch that works. So what do I think about Apex Legends? Shit, it's good. It's real good. And it's free, so you might as well at least try it for yourself if my fawning over it doesn't persuade you enough. I have to say, it is honestly the best BR out on the market currently, and I love it personally. I give Apex Legends a 5 out of 5. Well, that's everything for this review. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more reviews, and hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Well, do you like Apex Legends? Did you hate it? Do you just hate BRs in general because you're a hipster? Well, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Raz out.